All right, guys, welcome to our 5-week challenge masterclass. Welcome, Parmjeet. We've just got Angie as well, who's just joining. So I'll just acknowledge her in a moment. I think she's just connecting her audio. And welcome, Coach Shinal.
Hi, everyone.
Just waiting for Angie to connect her audio so that we can go through to the next slides. All right, cool. Angie's probably trying to connect to her audio. Shinal, if you don't mind, maybe just type in the chat that Angie just needs to click on where it says audio settings. And once we've got it connected, we'll acknowledge her. But for Pramjit's benefit and anybody else tuning in, this is a 5-week challenge masterclass, and kick off context by this amazing quote by John Maxwell. You'll never change your life until you change something you do daily. The secret to your success is found in your daily routine. Now, why is this key? Why is it important that what we say we're doing and what really works with creating a lifestyle change is about starting somewhere? And amongst other programs that we offer 90-day programs, we offer programs on different areas and aspects of life. This 5-week program is an opportunity for people to either commence their transformation journey, if there's somebody that's not been active in taking on their lifestyle in any shape or form. So it's a great place to start, or it's an opportunity for people who might have already been on a transformation journey, reach a certain point, and then they find that they're slightly stopped or stuck. And so one of the ways to maybe finish the year strong, if you may call it, or take them to the next phase is something that we can cover in this 5-week challenge. Primarily, it was created as a little taster, as a bite-sized version of our 90-day program, which is our pilot program. And our 90-day program is something where after your initial 90 days, we invite you to go on an encore program so that you can reinforce what you've learned or implemented in your first transformation challenge. Welcome, Andrew. We've got your audio connected now, so just want to welcome you and acknowledge you there. We've just begun. We're waiting for you to connect your audio. If you don't mind, Andrew, it'll be good for you to. We've got Parmjeet on, we've got Coach Shinal on, we've got myself on. It'll be great to know where you're joining from and maybe how you found out about today's masterclass. Feel free to unmute. You can unmute yourself. Okay, from Kenya, welcome, Angie. From Aarti, lovely. Thank you so much for joining. Great to have you join. We're talking about the 5-week challenge, an opportunity for people to kickstart or begin their journey, or people that want to take their existing health transformation journey to the next level. This is ideal for that. Anything that you see today, if you would like to connect with myself or any of the coaches on the program, we have at the bottom in the black strip with the yellow text is my Instagram handle at FITBANKER.co, at Shah Shinal, one word, at DTLDN, which is Dipali, one of our coaches will be on this program, and at Avni V. So you can connect with either of us on this program. I'll go into why FITBANKER exists and a little bit of my story in a moment, but Shinal, why don't you just probably say hi and maybe create context of who you are and what's your amazing role on this 5-week transformation journey.
Good morning, Angie and Parmjeet. So I've been with FITBANKER for just over 2 years now, and I started on Ambika's Healthy Relationship Program, did a couple of the 90-day challenges, and it just really transformed my health, my life as well, and I really enjoyed it. So I joined the coaching body, and I've just gone and done Mount Kilimanjaro with Ronnie this August. And yeah, really, really looking forward to the 5 week challenge. This is our second 5 week challenge, and I'm the lead on it with two amazing coaches who've been to Kilimanjaro as well this summer.
Awesome, 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 Shinal. And yeah, that's who Coach Shinal will be. So a little bit about FitBanker. That's me and my wife Ambika on screen on the image. Why do we as an organization exist? Well, firstly, when I show the image of Ambika and I, this is actually an organization of close to 50 people. There are about 40 coaches, trek leaders, and other team. Altogether, we're close to 50 on this in this organization. We've had clients from across 28 countries, and we've been around for over 8 years in doing what we do. We do lifestyle education programs, healthy relationships program. We run monthly treks in the UK, and we're starting as well in Kenya. We've had a few, but we're going to bring those a bit more regular in Kenya. We also have our annual leadership summit on Mount Kilimanjaro that happens in Tanzania. And in the upcoming year, we have a few other retreats like in Morocco and possibly Everest Base Camp. Now, why does FitBanker exist? FitBanker exists to empower humanity to live a life of optimal health through lifestyle education that lasts a lifetime. And we're on a mission to transform 1 billion lives. How are we going to do that? A big part of how we're going to do that is through empowering leaders along the way. How and where and when did FitBanker come about? In the bottom left corner, that's an image of me as a fat banker. In my view, that was the definition of success. My subconscious mantra: work hard, party harder. And I thought I was living the definition of success, working hard, suited and booted, going out to various fancy restaurants, public events, auctions, and so on. And I thought, this is definitely a good and great life. What I didn't realize is that it was only good and great to the extent that I could do the things I could afford to do. And there were certain things I couldn't do, which I was inhibited by my physical energy, my physical strength, my confidence in being able to commit to and sign up to something. And I tried multiple times to transform my health, or I thought whatever I was doing around my health was healthy, yet I was yielding no result. And shortly after my wife and I were married, we were 3 months pregnant, and we then had a miscarriage. And when we had this miscarriage, I began to stress from the event. With the anxiety, I got these heart palpitations, and I wound up the next day hospitalized, which is that image on screen. And lying in that hospital bed, I really realized that my bank balance, my title, my salary, it meant nothing. In that moment, I wasn't sure whether I was going to be around the next day. And lying there in the hospital bed as a result of burnout, I might have been physically able to do many things, but I was not emotionally resilient. And so I kind of formed the subconscious resolution to say, this is not the definition of success, and I've got to go to town to work on transforming myself at a body, mind, and intellect level. And so began the research and study and implementation of a lot of my learnings around nutrition, around behavioral change, around the science of fat loss, the science of muscle gain, and I began to implement what I was learning. And that image shows where I was from before to my transformation after, having lost 70 pounds. Over that period, I've really grown globally in terms of connecting to people across the world. I've been connected to my purpose and my company mission. I've gained a lot of confidence, a lot of energy, a lot of strength in my ability to execute on and deliver on whatever I need to do. And truly, I feel completely pleased, somewhat proud and grateful for this global community that we've created, that we get to make a difference. I've since summited Mount Kilimanjaro now actually 9 times, and that is a photo of me being acknowledged by Zambia's president for being the only Zambian to summit that many times, but specifically at this point in time was we had gotten to summit taking something to acknowledge our president being newly elected at the time. So these are just examples of what's possible when we take on our well-being. We have no idea what may come next. And so I invite each of you to think about when you take on your health, you don't know what would come next for you. I'm going to share one of the transformation stories of one of our coaches. This is Coach Dipali, who is not on today, but she will be on this 5-week challenge. And this is an image of what's possible in terms of a transformation or anyone's transformation inside of a short span of time. Now, you could know what to do We've had many doctors, medical professionals, even naturopaths and nutritionists do our program. But that knowledge alone makes no difference if there is no implementation and accountability. And Pramjit and Angie, you might have some idea of, hey, this is what I want to do with my health. This is what I would like to transform. And you might also know what you want to do, but you might also know how to do it. And neither of those or those two together don't make the difference if you aren't actually doing the implementation and being held accountable, checking in, monitoring your progress, receiving feedback and coaching, being empowered regularly till we get to our goal result. And that's what we do. That's what we as FITBANKER are, is what we're masters at, is what we specialize in, and is what we've done for over 8 years. So I'd love to get a sense, if you don't mind, maybe both of you have shared where you're joining from and how you heard about this. It'd be great if you could just reshare again, like what's one thing in the area of health that you've tried to transform or you would like to transform? So Paramjit, Angie, would just love to get a share. You can unmute and just share like what is one thing in the area of health you've tried to transform or you would like to transform?
Hello,
Yeah,
can you hear
Paramjit?
me? This is
We can.
Pramjit. Yeah, basically just want to improve my sort of general health and well-being.
Okay.
So tried different things, but obviously because my sister-in-law, we got on very well. So she's actually told me a lot about this program, and she's
Yeah.
highly recommended. So it's general, just being getting your fitness back and your general health and well-being.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, great. Now, when you say that, there's a saying that we say is you can't manage what you can't measure. So when you say to improve overall well-being, it would be great for you to have some indication of what will you look at that will be a measure of that being improved. What is
Obviously,
one thing?
just one thing is obviously just to making sure that, for example, like your general health is a lot better. So obviously losing the excess weight and generally making sure that your organs are working, are functioning to the best of their ability.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right, that's great, Pramjit, and also just for Angie's benefit and for Shinal as well. So we know what Pramjit is looking for if and when you choose to be on the program. Is one could be losing a little bit of excess weight. Second is even things like organ function, or if we have an existing lifestyle disease or something suboptimal, say about our blood readings or hormonal levels. Knowing where they are at the start and knowing what the optimal range is a key aspect of monitoring and managing our transformation. So thanks for sharing that, Pramjit. And Angie, I see your message where you're saying you don't have a mic, so that explains. Thank you. But getting fitter feels like the body is drying up. All right, awesome. We will try to rehydrate that body for sure. And we will definitely, one thing I've done with my body is I've been able to actually reverse what's called my metabolic age. We'll explain a bit about that as we go through our methodology. But here are some people that have taken on their health beyond 5 weeks. This is not results from the 5-week challenge. These are results from a slightly longer term program, which this one is like a bite-sized version of. And so over 90 days, the person on the left is actually a doctor, general practitioner, lost 9.1 kg. Ellie lost 11.3, went on to lose 20 kg. These are also doctors on the left. The guy on the left lost 53 pounds. The guy on the right lost 36 pounds. This is Simran. She lost 15.8 kg in 90 days, and then she went on to lose over 20 something. And then she went on to sign up to Kilimanjaro. And now, it's an example of other health benefits that she's living now. This is a Noli. 1/3 of this lady has disappeared. On the left, she was 75 kg at the point she signed up. At the point she signed up, shortly after having a second child, she was very hesitant to start. We kept deferring and delaying her start due to some medical reason. Yet started to implement some of the things I told her. Within a short span of time, she lost 3.6 kg. And at day 1, she was already at 71.4. At day 30 of her second program, she was down to 50 kilos. So from 75 down to 50, 1/3 of this person has disappeared, not because of some suppression or force or crash diet, but really understanding organ performance and health optimization and what it takes to optimize whatever it is that's been slowing us down. This year, this is my dad, and he started the program at the age of 70 when he was 92, 93 kg. And at his peak, he's lost up to 30 kg. But what's more is on the left is that he used to be somebody that was on high cholesterol statins, high BP medication. So when you talk about improving overall health, he was on 22 pills a day, a daily aspirin. And we didn't know how long dad was going to be around. It was not uncommon that dad suddenly breaks sweat, his blood pressure's gone up. We have to lie him down on the couch or the bed and let his blood pressure cool down. It was not uncommon that he frequently gets hospitalized and is under monitoring for us to see what might be going on or what might be wrong or what might be coming next. And it would trigger a host of hospital visits, travel internationally as well, to go and investigate what's going on with dad. And now, at the age of 70, took this on within 4.5 months. Initially lost 14.5 kg, went to see his doctors. They asked him to discontinue his medication because it was working against him. Fast forward a few years, he is now 78, so 7+ years after he began his journey. And he's a few kilos more than 63 kg, but at 76, he's the oldest Zambian to attempt summit of Mount Kilimanjaro. Did not summit, but such an amazing feat for dad to take on. And this is Urvi, a mom that started the program while breastfeeding actually a second born. She's gone on to transform her health, approximately 20 kg, of weight loss overall. And since then, she's gone on to inspire and empower a whole community globally of close to 200 lives that have taken on the program as a result of her being on in the FITBANKER community. She's a coach, and now she also helps us spearhead our corporate leadership arm. This is Amiral, another person who's taken on our program and caused amazing results, close to 20 kilos at that point in time. And this is myself, no background in sport, adventure, athletics, yet I, at one of my earliest summits, was able to take my 3-year-old, and he's gone on to 3,720, actually 4,000 meters on that day, up Mount Kilimanjaro. And as mentioned earlier, I'm the only Zambian to do this many summits, 9 summits now, and I've been acknowledged by the president as a result. So we're now going to look at what the 5-week streak includes and what to expect on the challenge. To create a whole new lifestyle, we firstly have to slowly drip feed new habits, new daily and weekly habits into our routine. But before we do, I have a question for both of you. Before we do, we need to look at our existing habits, and we need to look at what do we need to give up or discontinue. So it'd be great if you could either unmute and share what is one habit that you're doing that you need to discontinue, that doesn't serve you, that might devalue you. And maybe you've known for a while to discontinue that, but you haven't yet. So Paramjit to Angie.
So Ronnie, Angie's written, eating late into the night.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Angie. And if there's anything else you want to add around that, that's a good point. We talk about the power and the importance of timing, of why the timing of what we consume and when we consume it has an impact to our metabolism and to our body composition as well. Okay, how about Paramjit, anything from your end? What is one thing you need to give up or discontinue? You're on mute. If you're saying anything, please unmute. Paramjit, are you there? Anything? Just want to hear from you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh, sorry, I'm having a problem with my phone. I think the amount of food that your portion control. So, I mean, I can be good for so long, but at some point, you probably tend to overeat. So, portion control, obviously the timing of when you're eating. So those are the two things, portion control, and the type of food that you're actually eating as well. So you've got to be aware of like too many carbs isn't good. We know that, but it's actually mentally in your head. Are we registering that this is not good for us? So, so having a balanced diet is very important as well.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. You say that. And one thing, I knew a bit about that, but I didn't know what that looked like. I didn't know what it meant to reduce carbs. So I would tend to go for 2 slices of pizza rather than the whole pizza. And I thought that's carb control. What I didn't realize is actually it's not so much about the quantity, but also understanding the quality. And so transformation, what we talk about, is not just about tweaking or doing more or less of our existing habits. Like in my case, I went from a whole pizza to just 2 slices. It's about creating a whole new model that makes the old obsolete. And I had to just discover that there are a whole host of forms of carbohydrate, not all of them, that were inflammatory in nature for my body type and my metabolism. Now, what I mean by body type and metabolism, this is something that we talk about on our program, but what we coach on is transformative health. And transformative health is where we look at you and your uniqueness, Parmjeet, and you and your uniqueness, Angie. By the way, Shinal, I hope you'll take over from the next as we go through what the 5-week challenge entails. So I hope you're good to go there. But as we look at transformative health, what I will look at, or when you start your program, is we want to get a sense of what Parmjeet's lifestyle is. Does she do a physically intensive role? Does she do a mentally and emotionally intensive role? Is her stresses more at an emotional and mental level or a physical level? Is it a desk-based job or sitting on the couch or staying at home, or does she travel out a lot? Does she walk a lot? Does she do some kind of physical tasks daily? Based on that, we will get a sense of your lifestyle. Number 2, we're all different by body types. Like I shared earlier, my wife and I would go out and eat the same pizzas. But Ambika, my wife, would continue to look like the person on the left in the middle image of body types. I would very easily, looking at that food, consuming 1 slice of pizza, 2 slices of pizza, easily put on half a kilo the following day. And I was very clear, life is goddamn unfair. I didn't know what was there. What I didn't know, and the science I didn't tap into, was there's a science of body types that I've never really been taught, never been educated on, never learned in school, never been taught in our corporate careers. And it so should be taught. In the bottom right corner, we teach you what's called functional eating, how to eat the right macronutrients, the large size nutrients like the proteins, carbs, and fats. What portion do you need? So if you're saying even to reduce carbs, how do you know, A, how much to reduce it to? But how do you even know what is your starting point? How much are you currently consuming? And how much do you need to bring it down to? So one of the parts of this 5-week challenge is we're asking you to macro track your foods, and we'll give you an app to do that. In the bottom left, we look at your body composition. You can't manage what you can't measure. Now, we're 2 days away from starting this challenge. And so it is quite fortunate that you guys are on today and you have an opportunity to join this program and sign up today. I believe there are some early bird packs remaining, and it commences Monday. So you literally have a short while to join at whatever is available on today's on the challenge website, and begin to commence your transformation journey. But the starting point is to also know, where are you? What is your existing or current body composition before you transform that? And beyond the physical, we look at physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, which is what I'm referring to in the top left corner when we say multiple muscle groups. So what is the 5-week model? Shinal, would you like to take over from here and walk through what to expect once you've signed up on this unique transformation journey?
Yeah, so on the 5-week the challenge, what we'd like you to do is move daily. So we'll go through what the movement is to eat functionally. So like Ronnie said, that, your protein, your fat, and your carbs should all be in proportion, and to do workouts. So the workouts and resistance, which are HIIT training or resistance workouts, they don't need to be daily, but we would like you to do a minimum of 4 a week to get a benefit of those. So the walking part of it, what that looks like is it's 50 kilometers in a week or 60,000 steps in a week. We have little challenges on the group as well, just to motivate everyone. So, who's going to get to the first 50,000 in a week. So these are spread over a week, so you don't feel like you're having to do loads and loads every single day. So one of the days, let's say you were under on your steps, and you've got time at the weekend, you can make it up as well. You can do other forms of activity as well. So you can do cycling as well. But if you're doing cycling, you need to double the amount. So you're going to be doing 100 kilometers of cycling for the week. You can run, you can jog if you want to, other aerobic forms that you can do swimming as well. You can tag all of us, put it on there's a WhatsApp group as well. So you just pop it on there as well, and everyone just motivates each other on it. So that's the walking or the cardio part of it. So the resistance training is either HIIT resistance training, or you can do weight-based resistance training. You can do different ones. You can go in the gym. You can do free weights. Ronnie offers free workouts almost every single day. You just need to join the group. They're done live. If you can't do them live, if you join the FITBANKER group, they're all recorded, and you can do them at your own convenience at a later time. And there are different types of resistance training. So there's CrossFit, there's yoga, as long as you're holding the postures. There's F45 or whatever equivalent you have, like CrossFit. There's Barry's Momentum. So anything, and if you don't want to go to a class, as I said, you can do them at home as long as you've got some weights, and they are done free.
I just want to add that the workouts we do, you can join the Facebook group called FITBANKER, Transforming a Billion Lives. And those are free anyway, whether you're on the 5-week program or not. So after this, you can go to Facebook and search for the group called FITBANKER Transforming a Billion Lives. And once you join that, you'll get a sense of the workouts. And there are people from all levels of fitness and different ages, up to people in their 70s, who participate and have done our workouts. Yeah, go for it, Chanel.
Yeah, so an easy one to do is just a 7-minute HIIT workout as well daily if you wanted to do it. And what that looks like is doing jumping jacks, doing push-ups, doing lunges, doing planks. So what you would do ideally is you would do jumping jacks for 40 seconds, just push yourself, take a 20-second break, do push-ups for 40 seconds, take a 20-second break. So you just do all 7 of those, and that gives you a 7-minute HIIT workout as well. So the idea of this is we're trying to get to 70% of our maximum heart rate. So we want to just be breathless, and we want to be sweating as well to get the maximum out of this as well. So this is the easiest way to do it. But ideally, once you start doing this and you get a little bit fitter, you want to increase the timing that you're doing and increase your HIIT and resistance to at least, 45 minutes, 4 times a week. And then lastly, there are some inflammatory foods that we would like you to avoid in the 5-week challenge. So this includes no wheat, which would be no chapati, rice, bread, or pasta, no saturated fats, which would be cheese, butter, or ghee, no alcohol, no sugar, and no fried food. We ask you to download an app called MyFitnessPal so you can track your food. Again, this will be explained on a video how to set it up. Normally it's set up at 1,200 calories, and then you divide it at 40% carb, 30% protein, 30% fat. And this way you can track daily the food that you're eating. And we need protein, so it gives you an idea as well whether you're under eating or overeating protein and how to get to those goals as well. And again, we will be there to help you with that. And those are the 2 apps we'd like you to do. So it's MyFitnessPal for your food, and the other one is either Runkeeper or Strava, whichever one you're familiar with, and that helps you track your steps and also helps you track how many calories you're burning when you're doing your steps, whether you're running or jogging. Runkeeper is really good because it lets you do lots of different things. If you use an elliptical or a cross trainer, you can put any of those things in, even swimming, and it gives you the amount of calories that you've lost. I've personally not used Strava, but I use Runkeeper, and it's really, really simple, and it links up to MyFitnessPal as well. So it's just really, really easy to use. And this is ideally the healthy body composition that we want you to get at. So initially, we do ask you to have a body composition scale, because that will give you, weight is not always a great way to judge how fit you're getting, because you can drink water and put on weight as well. So it's not ideal. So ideally, what we want you to do is have a body composition scale, which tells you how much fat you have, which can be subcutaneous or visceral fat, how much muscle mass you have. And the idea is the stronger you get, when you're doing your exercises, you're optimizing your health, your fat goes down and then your protein mass goes up. And it is a better way to track over the 5 weeks how your body is changing. And then we have the weekly accountability calls, which are held on a Saturday morning by the coaches. So if you have any questions, you can bring this up. And this is, if you've never used MyFitnessPal, this is what MyFitnessPal normally looks like. So on there, it says 1,700 calories, but ideally for women, it's going to be 1,200 calories. The main thing is what says in the circle is how many calories are remaining. So to lose 1 pound of fat, you need to be in a calorie deficit of 3,500, which spread over a week is 500 calories each. Now, you do that with a combination of food and exercise as well. So between the two of them, ideally, we want you to get to 500 calories. So if you come on a weekly call and you let one of the coaches go, I'm not really losing weight, I'm not quite sure what's happening, the first thing we'll ask you is, are you tracking the food that you're eating? Are you creating a calorie deficit? Are you doing your exercise? Have you created calorie deficit through there as well? So this is really, really important, why you need to track what you're eating, what you're doing, because if you're not doing that, it's really hard to give you, advice where you might not be going right. And also just one more thing. So we've got the empowerment calls on a Saturday, but Ronnie also delivers what he calls masterminds, and he talks about different things as well. And these are just amazing pieces of education, which teaches you. So he's not going to just ask you, so he'll tell you, why are we stopping to eat wheat? So you make up your mind. So he's not just telling you to do things, but the idea is educating you. So he'll tell you what it's doing to your body. What are these anti-inflammatory things doing to your body? And once you have an understanding of what is actually happening inside your body, it's just much easier to make informed decisions about these things. And those are held on a Thursday.
Yeah, and we'll share what we do on this challenge. There are various things, like the first person to reach 50 kilometers or 60,000 steps. So we want to acknowledge and share awards, but one of the ways we'll be doing is by sharing it. So you share your updates on the WhatsApp groups, but also you can share directly on social media. And each week there'll be different tasks and challenges. So it's a little bit of a fun, a little bit of group dynamic. And you might not nail something on a particular week, and we'll ensure that you're not disheartened and that you have an opportunity to ace something the following week. And there'll be a host of fun tasks that we share across the challenge. I'll just add to this that what we do is predominantly in the world of behavioral change. But when it comes to behavioral change, we were basically trying to work on rewiring our mind, our mindset. And our mindset, our brain, is conditioned to protect the body. So its role is to bring it back to what's familiar, what's comfortable, stick to what you're doing. The couch is a much better place. I'd rather watch my Netflix and binge. And that's a form of self-sabotage. And so our coaches on the empowerment calls, and also looking at your reporting and sharing on the WhatsApp group, are looking out for if some form of self-sabotage shows up for you. When you begin to say things like, I'm too busy, or the tech is too complex, or I don't understand this, and then you're not using the empowerment calls, you're not coming on to ask questions, they can't really serve you. So coming on, and the empowerment calls are optional. They're on a Saturday morning, or after my mastermind that I run on Thursdays, you can stay on and ask a question after that. And if you find that you think that you're doing everything, but it's not making a difference, we're going to start to look at what is it you ought to be doing, or what is it you ought to discontinue doing that is sabotaging your progress. So coaches are there to really stand for empowering you around that. Now, we're going to wrap up today's webinar shortly, but I want to leave you with this quote from Aristotle, which is, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit, which is taking on your health is not a one-off act. It's not a one-off gimmick. It is about forming habit. And we've shared a lot of information on today's session. There is a lot of information everywhere. But what actually makes a difference is not information, but implementation. And implementation, the first step is to commit and take action. So commitment and action is really key for your transformation journey. and immersing yourself, surrounding yourself with people that are up to also taking on the well-being will be a real contributor to you. So we say your environment, your community, your weekly conversations, like conversations with your coaches, they are what influence and dictate the quality and the consistency of your daily and weekly habits. And that's what ultimately leads to yielding result. So as a summary, once you sign up, what's included? You'll be 5 mastermind surgeries that are run live like this. Unless there's some particular exception, there might be a reason where any one of them might be pre-recorded, but otherwise they are all planned for being live. If you cannot join on live, they'll be recorded or live streamed just like this, so that you can get the recording to watch after. The statistics part and sharing your steps and sharing your progress and sharing your workouts is very much self-led. We can't force you, we can't monitor what you're doing. So it's kind of based on your trustful, honest reporting and updating the stats, so we can see and authentically acknowledge you as you form new habits and as you form new patterns around your behavior. What is not included? The stats are not mandatory. We can't force you to do that. What is not included is on our 90-day program, what we tend to do is you get put in smaller teams so you can have these weekly conversations and discussions. Those team calls won't be there here, but there will be an empowerment call with everybody on the program, with the coaches leading the program, which is Shinal, Avni, Dipali, and I will be on some of them. And then there's a group accountability coach that looks at your stats and your progress in the 90-day program. Here, it's just the empowerment calls. So just key for those of you that might have heard about what happens on the 90-day program, on the 5-week, it's a bit more of a lighter touch and lighter version. However, our commitment is well-being, literally lifestyle disease reversal. This is somebody that was labeled pre-diabetic, but did the FITBANKER challenge, transformed the physicality of her body, but also reversed her pre-diabetic label and was given the all clear. Here is somebody that struggled with fertility. They had 1 child, 1 daughter. They wanted 1 more, and she took on the program, wanted to start the IVF process, was told she was overweight or had too high a BMI to start. She takes on the program, she loses about 11 to 12 kg, successfully goes through IVF. They wanted 1 more, but they got twins. And after getting twins, when the twins were 5 months old, they were told they could never conceive naturally, having not succeeded at conceiving, trying naturally for the 5+ years after their first born and after the twins. When the twins were 5 months old, unknown to them at that time, and only found out later, was that they were 3 months pregnant with baby number 4. So she's gone from one baby, 1 child, to 4 in a window of about 20 months. And I often joke and say faster than a BMW. So that's kind of what's possible when you take on your health. There's also a boost to our fertility. And also we get to boost things like our immunity or reverse lifestyle disease. This is Jagdish Bhai, somebody's done the program, a diabetic. He was on a diabetic medication called metformin. Takes 4 metformin a day. At 73, he's got some mobility issues, not a lot of flexibility, can't really touch his toes or has issues around his knees. Yet he does our workouts, yet he walks, yet he's altered his nutrition, and he's about 18, 19 kg lighter as a result. And for some people, their health transformation or the reversal of disease is a big boost in their confidence. For some people, it's weight loss. This is Vera. She's now one of our coaches. She's also a partner in a new entity we've launched called the Coaching Body. And she's now she's about 35 kg lighter than when she began. So these are all examples of what's possible when we take on our lifestyle. So I'm just going to pause here and share this. This is, apologies, this is a slide from the prior year dates, but when you go to sign up, the link to sign up is bit.ly/5WKC, then in lowercase challenge. So 5WK and then challenge, which is the link for you to sign up. So feel free to screenshot this if you wish. And what we have at the moment is the early bird packs that are available there. And I'm going to just pause there for a second if any of you have any questions. So any questions from either of you around the sign up process? Angie or Pramjit, you can type in the chat if you have any questions or any comments. It does start on Monday, so now is your chance to really be served and supported if you have any queries around this. All right, Angie says all good.
Great, all good.
Angie, I hope you'll join. Okay, thanks, Pramjit. Looking forward to having you on this journey. Shinal, anything else you want to add from your end before we wrap up?
No, I'm all good. Paramjeet, did you have any questions at all, or all okay?
No, it's fine.
That's great. Angie, and did you have any questions at all?
No, she typed in the chat, I think. I'm not too sure. Yeah, Angie says she's taking
She's taking screenshots. Yeah.
Okay, brilliant, Angie. So that's the link to sign up. Please, it starts on Monday. You can still sign up on Monday. It will just be at the full price. And so if you do want to benefit from the promo that's on our website, please do sign up today. We will wrap up now, and I want to leave you all with this quote. This quote is something that really inspired me, and acknowledge myself for discovering this quote by living through it. When asked what surprised him most about humanity, the Dalai Lama answered, man, because he sacrifices his health in order to make money, and then he sacrifices money to recuperate his health, which is what I wound up trying to do when I was in hospital. And then he's so anxious about the future that he does not enjoy the present. And I'm grateful that I've been able to transform my health and really enjoy the present, living the lifestyle that I do now. The result being that he does not live in the present or the future. He lives as if he's never going to die, and then dies having never really lived. So to Paramjeet and Angie and anybody else watching this on live or recorded, my invitation to you is, this really is an invite to step in, to start living our life powerfully with a lot more energy, a lot more strength, a lot more body and mind confidence, and joy in engaging and doing all that we do. On that note, we're going to wrap up. And once again, thanks all for being on. If any queries, please do reach out to either of us on social media, and we'll be happy to respond to you. But otherwise, go directly to the website and you can sign up there. On that note, it's a wrap. Bye for now, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Bye, guys. Thanks. Bye, Shannon.
Bye.
Thank you.